We should do something. Deborah stands in the doorway, arms crossed, already certain she's right. Everyone around us is mobilizing, and you want to sit here and do nothing? She says. You don't believe this is a matter of urgency? I know that tone. After 5 years of marriage, I know all of her tones. This one translates simply, "You stupid motherfuffer." Something inside me stirs, slow and hot, but I'm too tired to feed it. If you won't act, she continues, pressing harder, at least give the free movement order. It might ease the atmosphere. That does it. I hear you, I say, keeping my voice low. And you have a point. About that last part. I pause. But to what end? When it could endanger the lives of our own people? She started this train. She wants to see where it crashes. It's not worth it, I say, my voice rising despite myself. For what? Prestige? Money? Those fuckers would rather kill us than pay us, and COTS doesn't traffic humans. You know that. Deborah's face tightens. This is weakness, she says. I raise an eyebrow, done with it. Doing nothing is my call. If you see that as weakness, you're free to go make your own decisions. I leave the room before she can answer. I hate myself. I hated myself 5 years ago, too, when I didn't speak up before the marriage. I knew we weren't compatible. I knew it. But convenience won. And now, here I am. Leader of Blackpond. A position I never wanted. Especially not after 4 years of carrying it. I take the stairs down too fast, anger pushing me forward, and step outside without even grabbing a proper cloak. It's cold, sharp enough to bite. Good. I need it. I tell myself it's just a short walk. Early evening in Blackpond is usually quiet. People keep their heads down, survive the day, repeat. Tonight is different. The rumor has spread. The travelers will arrive before dawn. Small groups gather in front of houses, whispering, eyes darting. When they notice me, conversations die. Some nod. Some bow their heads. They wait for me to pass before the whispers return. I don't slow down. I need a drink. I thought the cold would help. It doesn't. The anger keeps circling, feeding on itself. We have one tavern. Used to be 2. Back when times were better. One always closes first, sometimes for a decade, sometimes longer. It hits me suddenly that the second tavern has been closed for 40 years. No wonder we're all tense. The remaining tavern sits near the palisade at the edge of the village. It survives on low prices and stubborn adaptation. The Thomas family will sell anything that can be eaten or drunk. Quality drops with every year, but so do the prices. People can still afford it. That's what matters. By the time I reach the outer circle, the streets are nearly empty. The poorest have other concerns than rumors, like how to survive another winter. The tavern is a small wooden building, 2 rooms and a kitchen. The first room holds 2 long tables, packed tight when things are good. The second room used to be a bedroom for guests, back when there were guests. These days, it's probably empty. I've often wondered where the Thomases found privacy in the old days, when the place was full and never closed. When I step inside, heads turn, a few laughs, a few curses. Going to spend money that should go to the Palisade, Chief? Boris calls from the second table. Fuck you, Boris, I answer without hesitation. I've got enough on my plate. The Palisade repairs are scheduled for next winter. It feels good, saying things plainly. Hearing unfiltered replies, no titles, no ceremony. I sit with the group. There are maybe 10 people here. Thomas appears at my side. What'll it be, Chief? We don't have much. Stew if you're hungry, for drink, distilled, or fermented. Don't take the distillate, someone laughs. Thomas mixed something new last time, nearly blinded a man. The room chuckles. Thomas doesn't react. Give me the distillate, I say. I won't be long. Tonight, I need something strong. The distillate burns on the way down, sharp and unforgiving. A moment later, the edge of my anger softens. Not gone, but just blunted. The pressure eases, enough for thoughts to start slipping through the cracks. Maybe it's not all that bad. I have a wife I can't stand and a position I never wanted, but here in Blackpond, we're still free. That thought surfaces as the conversation at the table drifts, pulled along by half-empty glasses and familiar bitterness. We start talking about the soil, about the decision made almost 10 years ago when desperation finally outweighed caution. After 15, maybe 20 years of bad planting seasons, the previous chief approved unverified fertilizer experiments across most of our fields. At first, nothing changed. People even hoped it had worked. But now, after another 10 years on, the harvests still don't recover. The seasons feel wrong. Most here believe we poisoned the land ourselves. We should ask for help, someone says. Cots might have research, samples, something. I know, I reply. I'll ask Baby at this year's meeting. The annual meeting. Representatives from Cots and Hillcastle. Decades ago, we met with all of Cots. Now it's splintered factions, alliances cracking under pressure. I take another sip. The distillate loosens my tongue. You know what, Boris, I say. Sometimes I feel like a spineless bastard, playing every side just to keep us safe, trying not to offend anyone. We barely have a military and... A chair scrapes hard against the floor. One of the militiamen is on his feet in an instant, looming over me. What did you just say, Chief? The room goes quiet. I don't care if you arrest me, he says. Say that again and I'll knock you flat. Fuck. Sorry, I say immediately. My fault. I raise both hands slightly. The militia is our only protection. Without you, we wouldn't still be here. I meant a full-standing force like Cots or the wardens have. He stares at me a moment longer, then sits back down. I swallow and continue more carefully. What I meant is this. I love Blackpond. Everything I do is to protect it, even when I'm not sure the choices are moral. A man beside me throws an arm around my shoulders. We know, Chief. That's why you're our chief. He sighs heavily. Times are bad, alliances broken, climate's failing, soil's dying, and now this Earth legend nonsense. He snorts. Give me a break. Another round arrives, then another. In the end, we all agree on one thing. The Earth legend can go fuck itself, and everyone should mind their own business. I'm heading back toward the village hall, my home while I'm chief. I tell myself I made the right call, staying out of this. No expeditions, no heroes. I don't even finish the thought before I see them. Deborah's brother stands near the square with maybe 15 men, armed, focused, ready. Fuck, I mutter. This is the last thing we need. I don't wait for introductions. No, I say flatly. They blink, caught off guard. We're going to take some travelers, her brother says, recovering quickly. Officially, we want your blessing, Chief. My sister agrees. No chance, I say. Deborah doesn't make decisions here, and mine is final. We stay out of this. He smiles, pride creeping into his voice. She said you might resist. My stomach tightens. In that case, he continues, we're hunting. Under the food stress decree, we have the right to range freely. He turns. Let's go, boys. They move toward the palisade gate. Fucking Deborah, I say aloud before I can stop myself. I slam the bedroom door open. You want your brother dead? I snap. What were you thinking, putting that idea in his head? She's ready for me. Calm. Cold. You're weak, she says. And soon, you'll be finished. My brother will run for your position. You'll be done. The words hit harder than any slap. So that's it, I say slowly. Power. You're using him. You don't care if he dies. You just want control. And when you realized I wouldn't give it to you, you chose him. She doesn't answer. No denial. No defense. We're done, I say. I grab a blanket and leave. The guest room is cold and smells of dust, but I don't care. She doesn't follow. She doesn't protest. As I lie there, staring at the ceiling, one thought loops over and over, dark and unwanted. I need to get rid of my wife. The law doesn't allow separation, but something has to change.